Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is EJ Marino, and even though Halloween is over, there's still horror movies to talk about. Today, we're reviewing the brand new body swap slasher movie, Freaky. I'm just a girl. Oh, Freaky, what should I say about this movie? Look, I love slasher movies. It is my bread and butter in the horror genre. You can see back there, I love Friday the 13th. I love Scream. There's a bunch of Funkos back here for slasher movies. This is my type of genre, but horror comedy is not really my type of horror movie. I find them to be kind of, sometimes they go too funny, sometimes they're not funny enough. It's hard to find that balance. I do think Freaky is a pretty fun movie. I do think it offers a lot of laughs, it has some crazy good gore, and two great acting performances at the center of the film. I just kind of wish overall it was a little bit better. It feels so dated at times. It feels like they're trying to be so progressive and so woke, but it just makes them feel like old men trying to talk about what the kids are talking about nowadays. Like, oh, they love pronouns and saying yes queen and stuff like that. Let's throw that in here. And it's like, that doesn't do it. That's not enough for a good script. Now, where this movie feels the most dated and the most cringeworthy is the gay best friend character, Josh. Misha Overvich plays a great character. This non-binary actor really offers a lot of what I would enjoy from this type of role. They do a good job with the material given. It's just the material that was given to them is not that great. It is cringy. It is kind of like, I can't believe it got passed through the woke censors of 2020. That doesn't exist. But just seeing this movie, I can't believe so many people are like, yeah, let's sign off on this. Even this non-binary actor who's probably just trying to get some roles in the industry wasn't like, oh, let's see, this feels a little 2000s. This feels so back in the day what a gay best friend would feel like, from shows like Sex and the City to My So-Called Life to other slasher movies. There's just this kind of character in a lot of horror films, in a lot of movies in general. I just don't think it's what we need to be doing in 2020. A gay stereotype making really kind of off-color jokes, like, oh, there's like a guy holding a little Datsun, and he says, oh, hey, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Johnson, I love your big black wiener you have there. And I'm like, bro, really? That's the joke you're making? Even something else, he's like, ooh, I wonder which one of the boys are gonna get drunk tonight. And his friend, Nyla's just like, that sounds a little rapey. And he goes, good. I'm like, what? It feels like nobody gay was on set to say, hey, maybe not. It wasn't a gay person in the writer's room talking to Christopher Landon, the director, like, hey, maybe let's not do that. Just in general, I mean, there's a scene where he's just like, I'm gay, you're black, let's run. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's stuff like this that feels, that puts the Freaky back 10, 20 years. This could be a fun, modern slasher movie, but it feels like it's more dated than other things. It feels more dated than Scream does. And Scream came out in like 96, 95, and we have this feeling more back in the day. Oh my goodness, I was so confused by this character, this whole overall vibe in this movie. Now, I will say, I thought Vince Vaughn playing a high school girl was going to lead to more cringy stuff. There is a moment where, the character, Millie, is in the Vince Vaughn butcher body, and he's trying to flirt with the guy that Millie has a crush on, and there's some awkward stuff there. They didn't really make, like, homophobic gay panic jokes, so I was kind of impressed there. Actually, the character Booker was just like, I'll make out with you, fine, I don't care. I just want you, which is a good message of like, I don't care what your body looks like. It's about the person on the inside. I thought that was a pretty good message that gets lost in the shuffle in so many other jokes, so much gore, that I can't actually have a good message in this film. It just gets lost in the shuffle. It's kind of sad because there is something there deep down, but it's just like, hey, let's make like stereotypical jokes from 20 years ago. That should get the kids going. I just don't understand. I think this is a good example. This character and stuff like this in general is a big conversation I like to have with my friends and with myself and in the industry. Is no representation better than bad representation? Would I have liked to see this gay character removed just completely? Maybe, because I feel like we're just still doing tropes and stereotypes that will only hurt the gay community. I just feel like this is such a dated performance and a dated role that is like, oh, well, that's still what gay people are like. No, bro, we're evolving. We're horror fans. We're like masculine people. Sometimes we're feminine. You could be as femme and as queer as you want to be. That is the point of this. But I just think in mainstream representation, another Faye character isn't what I expected from this. Again, Christopher Landon, the director, wanted to be so progressive, but it just feels like he's mocking progressive and woke people instead of embracing them. Look, it's a teen horror movie from Blumhouse. I shouldn't go in thinking like, wow, this is actually not what I wanted from society. I know I'm just kind of like picking at weird stuff here, but it just bothered me the whole movie, where I'm enjoying this fun slasher movie. I'm like, yes, get the kills. Oh, Vince Vaughn, do a little dance. Okay. I just keep going back to these characters, these stereotypes that aren't helping the genre. I think I said in my full review for Flickering Myth, what I would have done is have the gay character be the one who does the body swap, have the black best friend be the one who does the body swap. To have a young blonde white girl at the center of this movie still feels like we're trying to like have our cake and eat it too. We want to be progressive, but not that progressive. That's too much. A gay lead in a horror movie? We could never do that. Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. I wanted this movie to push the boundaries more. The gore is pretty crazy. You push boundaries there. The actual like story feels dated and stuff, but hey, mixing Freaky Friday with a slasher movie has never been done before. That's fine. But I need more. You want to be woke and progressive? Then be woke and progressive. This half-assed woke stuff isn't working. Again, I don't hate this movie. I just know that this could be better. We could be loving this movie. This could be an all-time classic, but honestly, it's going to be kind of forgettable in 2020. Look, I can't believe this movie ended up making me feel these type of things again. I had a decent time watching it. It's not the best movie I've seen this year. It's not the worst. It's just sadly in the middle. But when you have a gay stereotype like this, I cannot just avoid it. We have to talk about the gay best friend trope in film, in TV, and I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. Let's have this conversation. You can be as mean as you want to me. You could be as woke as you want to be. Let's find something. Let's see if we can start a dialogue. If anything, at least this movie will start us talking about tropes and stereotypes like this. Alright guys, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you guys give me a thumbs up. I really take those seriously. So does YouTube. Alright guys, let's talk about freaky and its gay stereotypes down below.